Hello, good morning children. It's me Vinod K. Joseph. I will be your new maths teacher. How are you? Hope that all are doing well. Then welcome to my online class. Today I would like to present chapter 2 polynomials. Then you had already learned some algebraic expressions last year. Today we are going to start with polynomials in one variable. Polynomials in one variable. So first of all, what is a variable? What is variable? That is a variable. What do you mean variable? Variable, it is denoted by a symbol and we can give any value to this variable. Once again, variable is denoted by a symbol that can take any real value. Examples are, we can denote the letters X, Y, Z, etc. We can use these letters to denote variables. And now you are also familiar with algebraic expressions like 2x, x square plus 3, x cube minus 3x plus 5, etc. You are familiar with these algebraic expressions, and we can see that all these algebraic expressions here we used, and we can see all these algebraic expressions with exponents. Exponents of these algebraic expressions, we can see that the exponents of the algebraic expressions are whole numbers. Here the power x power 1, x power 2, x power 3, these are whole numbers. So such expressions, that is algebraic expressions with the exponents as whole numbers, such expressions are called polynomials. So these are called polynomials in variable x. These are polynomials in the variable x. Another examples are 3y square plus 5. It is a polynomial in the variable y. Another example is t power 4 plus 5t square plus 6. It is also a polynomial in the variable t. So these are polynomials. Once again, polynomial algebraic expression is called a polynomial when the exponents of the variables must be a whole number. Then such expressions are called polynomials. Here we are using the variables. X is a variable, t is a variable, y is a variable. These all are polynomials. The example for polynomials. Now we are going to move the next topic. Next, in the polynomial x square plus 2x, we know x square plus 2x, it is a polynomial. In the polynomial x square plus 2x, x square and 2x, these two, x square and 2x, these two are called terms of the polynomials. Here we have two terms, x square plus 2x, x square is a term, 2x is another term. So we have two terms, x square plus 2x. It is a polynomial with two terms. Another one is y power 3 plus 2y square plus 3y plus 4. It is another polynomial. It is a polynomial with how many terms? Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 4 terms are there. We have 4 term expression. It is a polynomial with 4 terms. So another one is 3z cube minus 5z. It is also a polynomial. How many terms are there? There are 2 terms. Here first 2 examples we use the symbol plus sign, and here thirdly we are using the sign minus. So polynomial terms are separated by, from this we can say terms are separated by the symbol plus sign or minus sign. So we can separate the terms by positive sign or minus sign. So these are the terms of the polynomial. Now another one is each term of the polynomial has a coefficient. If 5x plus 3 is a polynomial, each term of the polynomial, here we know here are 2 terms, each term of the polynomial has a coefficient. First in 5x, the coefficient of x is 5. And 3 is the coefficient of x raised to 0. 3 is the coefficient of x raised to 0, and here in 5x coefficient of x is 5. And the example is minus x cube plus x square plus 4x plus 3. In this polynomial, coefficient of x cube, what is the coefficient of x cube here? Here coefficient of x cube, we know coefficient of x cube is minus 1, coefficient of x square is positive 1, here coefficient of x is 4, coefficient 3 is the coefficient of x raised to 0, So these are coefficients. Now 3 is also a polynomial. In fact, minus 5, 7, 8, etc. are polynomials. 3 is a polynomial, minus 5 is a polynomial, 7 is a polynomial, 8 is a polynomial, etc. All these are polynomials, and this type of polynomials, they are called constant polynomials. These polynomials are called constant polynomials. There is no variable, only numbers. They are called constant polynomials. And the constant polynomial 0. Constant polynomial 0 is called 0 polynomial. It is called 0 polynomial. Constant polynomial 0 is called 0 polynomial. Now we are moving to next. We discussed variable. What is variable? Variable is denoted by the symbol, and we are using the letters x, y, z, etc. to denote variables. We can give any real value to that variables. The next one is polynomial. Polynomial is an algebraic expressions. There is one condition for that. The exponent of the variable must be whole number. Then only that algebraic expression only called polynomials. And next we discussed terms. What do you mean by terms? Terms are separated by plus sign or minus sign. Algebraic expressions with a positive sign or negative sign, that is called terms. And then coefficients. What is coefficient? One example is 2x plus 5. In this expression, coefficient of x is 2 and coefficient 5 is the coefficient of x raised to 0. Here x raised to 1, x raised to 0. 5 is the coefficient of x raised to 0. Then other one is, now we are going to consider some other algebraic expressions such as x plus 1 upon x and root x plus 3 or cube root of y plus y square. Consider these three algebraic expressions. Now we are going to check whether they are polynomials or not. From the first one, you have seen that you can write x plus 1 by x as x plus 1 by x equal to x plus x raised to minus 1. X plus 1 by x as x plus 1 x raised to minus 1. Then what is the exponent of the second term? X raised to minus 1. Exponent of second term, x raised to minus 1. Its exponent is minus 1. And we know that minus 1 is not a whole number. So this expression x plus 1 by x is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial. Then what about the second algebraic expression? Our second algebraic expression is root x plus 3. Square root of x plus 3, and you have seen that you can write this as root x raised to 1 by 2 plus 3, and we know the exponent of the variable x is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is not a whole number, so it is not a whole number. In the same way, we can write cube root of y. Cube root of y, we can write it as y power 1 by 3 plus y square, and here the exponent of y is y power 1 by 3. It is not a whole number, so third algebraic expression is also not a polynomial. So we can identify the expressions, algebraic expressions, whether they are polynomials or not. How? What is the condition for algebraic expression to be a polynomial? The condition is that if it is a polynomial, the exponents of the variable as whole numbers. That is the condition. And let us move to the next topic. Next, if the variable in a polynomial is x, if the variable in a polynomial is x, If the variable is x, we can give the name of the polynomial as we may write it as p of x, q of x, r of x, etc. We can give the name of the polynomial as p of x. If the variable is x, we can give the name of the polynomial as p of x, q of x, r of x, etc. Some examples are p of x. P of x equal to x cube minus 3x plus 5. It is a polynomial. Another polynomial with a variable is t. So q of t. T is a variable, q of t equal to t cube minus 2t. It is also a polynomial. Another one is r of z. Here variable is z. So z square minus 3. These are the examples of polynomials. Then other one is, another point is, a polynomial can have any number of terms. We can give any finite number of terms. A polynomial can have any finite number of terms. So one example is x raised to 150 plus x raised to 149 plus etc. plus x square plus x plus 1. It is a polynomial with how many terms? It is a polynomial with 151 terms. So we know that a polynomial can have any number of terms. Now look at some expression polynomials. I'm going to give some polynomials. So look at these polynomials: 2x minus x raised to 4 y power 5 minus 5y minus z cube, etc. Look at these polynomials, and here you can see that these polynomials have only one term. Is it clear? Here only one term, one term, one term, one term. All these polynomials has only one term. So these polynomials, they have a special name. These polynomials are called monomials. They are called monomials. What is monomials? Polynomials having only one term expression. They have only one term. So these polynomials are called monomials. Mono means one. So these polynomials, they have one term. So they are called monomials. Then another type, 5x plus 3, x square minus 7, y power 4 minus 3y, etc. Consider these polynomials. How many terms are there? Clearly we can see there are two terms. They are polynomials. They have two terms. Such polynomials are called binomials. They are called binomials. Then what do you mean by binomials? Bi means two. Two terms. Terms are separated by plus sign or minus sign. So they are called binomials. Binomials. Special name for that. First, if there is only one term, they are called monomials. Anyway, they are polynomials. There are special names. If there is only one term, that is called monomial. There are two terms, that is called binomials. Similarly, if there are three terms expression, x cube plus 3x plus 7. Or y power 7 minus 6y plus 2. These three have three terms. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Three terms polynomial. There is a special name for this polynomial. It is called trinomial. Trinomial. These are examples of trinomials. What is trinomial? Tri means three. Three terms polynomial, that is special name is trinomial. One term it is monomial. Two terms binomials. Three terms trinomials. So these are the three. Anyway, all this comes under the roof of polynomials. Now next topic. Next, look at the polynomial. P of x equal to x raised to 7 plus 3x raised to 5 minus 3x plus 4. Look at this polynomial. Then can you find the term with the highest value of x, highest power of x? Yes, clearly we can see that x raised to 7. This is the variable with the highest power. X raised to 7. In this polynomial, x raised to 7 plus 3, x raised to 5 minus 3x plus 4, it is a polynomial with the highest power of the variable is x raised to 7. So we can see x raised to 7 this term. So this 7 is called degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. So degree of this polynomial is x raised to 7. Another example is q of y. Q of y is another polynomial with 3y raised to 4 minus y cube plus y square minus 6y plus 3. It is another polynomial. We have to find the highest degree. Which term has the highest degree? Clearly we can see 3y raised to 4, y raised to 4. So degree of this polynomial is 4. This is degree, its degree is 4. Degree of the polynomial is 4. Here degree of the polynomial is 7. Highest value of the variable is 7. So x raised to 7, degree is 7. Here 3y raised to 4, y raised to 4. So degree of this polynomial is 4. Now another one is, now can you say the degree of the constant polynomial? Constant polynomial, we know these are constant polynomials 2, 3, minus 5, 8, etc. These are constant polynomials. Then what will be the degree of these constant polynomials? We know this 2, this constant 2, this constant polynomial 2, it can be written as 2x raised to 0. 2x raised to 0 is equal to 2. So degree of this constant polynomial is 0. Degree is 0. So there is a result, degree of constant polynomial is 0. So what is degree of the polynomial? Degree of the polynomial is the highest value of the exponent. Highest value of the exponent gives degree of the polynomial. Now consider a polynomial p of x equal to x plus 3 and a q of y equal to 2y plus 4, r of t equal to 3t. Consider these three polynomials. Can you see anything common among all this? Anything common among all of them? Can you see? Yes, we can see that all these three polynomials, all the three polynomials have degree 1. Here degree, variable is x, power is 1. Here variable is y, power is 1. Variable is t, power is 1. All these polynomials have degree 1. This type of polynomials, there is a special name for these polynomials. They are called linear polynomials. Linear polynomials. Then what do you mean linear polynomials? Linear polynomials. What is linear polynomial? A polynomial of degree 1. Degree 1. Here degree 1. A polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. Then my question is, here we can see that here how many terms this linear polynomial has only one term, but these two cases there are two terms. Then there is a question, usually you can ask one question that can you write a linear polynomial with 3 terms? Is it possible? Is it possible to write a linear polynomial with 3 terms? Can you write or not? So clearly we can say that we cannot write a linear polynomial with 3 terms. That is not possible. That is impossible. Linear polynomial with 3 terms is impossible. So generally we can say that, generally we can write a linear polynomial that is of the form ax plus b. Ax plus b is the general form of a linear polynomial where a and b are constants, x is the variable. Here is one condition that is very important. A and b are constants. At the same time, one condition is a not equal to 0. Why a not equal to 0? Can we give a equal to 0? What is the problem if we are giving a equal to 0? The form is ax plus b. There is a condition is that this we have to keep this one a not equal to 0. What happen a equal to 0? If a equal to 0, this term completely 0 and we will get a constant polynomial. So a should not be 0. B can either be 0 or not, that is doesn't matter, but a not equal to 0. That is the general form of a linear polynomial. Now consider polynomials x square plus 3x plus 2, y square, z square plus 3z. consider these polynomials. What is the degree of this polynomial? Here degree of the polynomial is 2. Degree of the polynomial is 2. Degree of the polynomial is 2. So these three polynomials have degree 2. So if a polynomial have degree 2, such polynomial is called quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. So firstly we discuss linear polynomial. What is linear polynomial? A polynomial of degree 1 is called linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Now we discuss quadratic polynomial. Then there is a question. Here is one term, but it is a quadratic polynomial. Here two terms, it is a quadratic polynomial. Here three terms, it is a quadratic polynomial. Then usually you may ask one question that can you write a quadratic polynomial with 4 terms? Can you write a quadratic polynomial with 4 terms? Yes, of course, it is not possible. We can write a quadratic polynomial with at most 3 terms. At most 3 terms. So, what is the general form? Can you write the general form of a quadratic polynomial? The general form is ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. A, B, C are constants, x is the variable, his highest power is 2, so it is a quadratic polynomial, and there is one condition. We have to keep this condition strictly: a not equal to 0. If a equal to 0, it become a linear polynomial, so a should not be equal to 0. So this is the general form of quadratic polynomial. Similarly, a polynomial of degree 3. An example is x cube plus 5x square plus 6. It is a quadratic. It is a polynomial of degree 3. A polynomial of degree 3 that is called cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. So we discussed the 3. First one is linear polynomial. What is linear polynomial? A polynomial of degree 1 is called linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. And its general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here one condition is a not equal to 0. So this is the general form of a quadratic cubic polynomial. Then, so we can write the general form of a quadratic polynomial. General form. What is the general form of a quadratic polynomial with a degree n? So it is of the form an x raised to n plus an minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 etc. plus a1x plus a0. So this is the general form of a polynomial with a degree n. So this is the general form of a polynomial with a degree n. And there is a particular case. In particular, if a0 equal to a1 equal to a2 equal to etc. equal to an equal to 0, then we get a polynomial that is called a zero polynomial. It is zero polynomial. Zero polynomial. And can you say the degree of zero polynomial? What is the degree of zero polynomial? Here, degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Not the point. Degree of zero polynomial is not defined. So this is the end of this class. I will give some worksheet. You have to answer this worksheet. First, you have to find the given algebraic expressions are polynomials or not. Then you have to find the degree of the polynomials. Then you have to classify linear polynomials, quadratic polynomials, and cubic polynomials. This is for today's. See you again. Thank you.